First and foremost, our hearts and prayers are with the family of Talia Joy Castellano who passed away in 2013. In addition, it pains us to see a parent suffer due to the loss of a child. However, this video must be seen and shared. It demonstrates Teresa Caputo's disregard for the truth, and her continued exploitation of deceased children for monetary gain. To see Caputo lie to the face of Talia's mom and sister is a disgrace.
I knew Talia was special when the day she was born, but when Talia was 7 years old, she was diagnosed with a childhood cancer.
She wanted me to tell you she still doesn't have hair on the other side.
How can a mom look into the eyes of another mom, one who is grieving, and lie to her straight face? This just proves that Teresa Caputo is incapable of feeling shame, guilt or remorse.
She said, God asked her, she says, I don't want it. That would be her? Like because she keeps stepping forward and showing me the side of her head.
Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium, has no moral compass, and for her to exploit the memory of a deceased child for recognition is disgraceful. Teresa Caputo is a glorified bottom feeder, and her phony circus side act is merely self-serving. This type of exploitation of Talia Joy Castellano, who passed away July 16, 2013 of cancer at the age of 13, is heinous in the extreme, and is indeed self-serving. Greetings loyal subscribers, we are SciFake, and it is the continued passion of SciFake to expose the fraud Teresa Caputo, also known as the Long Island medium. Her continued mugging of those who grieve is heartless, and her lives for an earned reputation is borderline actionable. First, it is important to remember that no evidence has yet emerged that Teresa Caputo can communicate with the dead, and the misrepresentation of her intent will amount to suffering for those whom trusted her capabilities. Soon evidence will show that Caputo is a swindler cashing in on the tears of those who came to her for answers. Known for her excessive displays of emotion, there is rarely a scene where Caputo is not in tears or claiming empathetic abilities, such as, I could feel your tears running down my cheek. It is our opinion that Teresa Caputo is a narcissistic person, and she is making stuff up as she goes along. She is taking the grief of a heartbroken parent and twisting it and making it harder, sharper, and more painful, and she is getting paid for it. Caputo is cut from the same cloth as James Van Praagh and John Edward. Teresa Caputo is a molester of memories, and the greater number is completely opposed to the utilization of a child for notoriety. And once again, this parasite, Caputo, has unashamedly battered the memory of a deceased child, Talia Joy Castellano, only to thrust her offensive career. There should be deep concern for Caputo's malicious intent. However, the gullible still believe that Caputo is communicating with the heavens. She relies upon the strong motivation of her clients to validate words.
Right. Somebody lost their husband. Or do you know someone that lost the husband? Somebody lost their husband. Is your mom departed? Whose son passed? Is your mom passed? Do you have the ring? Whose brother died? Who passed from the blood disease? Or brother-in-law? Where does the liver come in?
Initials, statements, or signs as accurate. The client's success at finding significance and meaning in the sounds made by the medium is taken as evidence of contact with the dead. Caputo is merely a business-minded opportunist, and she has a long-term pattern of manipulation. She will go to lengths to seize the moment. It is beneath contempt and torturous to say that this bloodsucker is communicating with the spirit of Talia Joy Castellano, and to lie to the mother of this deceased child is insensitive. Yet her followers of this cozy, insulated world are no less likely to crave, and pay good money for, the encouragement and guidance of a clever psychic or spiritual guide. If Teresa Caputo has any gift at all, it is a talent for the exploitation of the vulnerable. It goes without saying that anyone who claims to be able to talk to the dead has serious psychological issues, rooted no doubt in trauma. But from what I have observed of this woman, there is something even worse afoot. She is, in a word, malicious. She takes pleasure in hurting others for her own ends. Such repugnant behavior would be inconsequential in one who does not, as she insists, runs her advice on the clock, and misrepresent herself as authentic. Well, I have a news flash for this delusional woman. The dead are dead. They do not talk. That's just the science of it. The rest is pure Barnum and Bailey. The woman is clearly a fraud, made all the worse by her tasteless, useless, manipulative and wholly bogus misrepresentations of psychic powers to those who are either too naive, or too much in pain to see through her. I would like to know, Ms. Caputo, how does your family sleep at night knowing that your lies are like stabbing daggers and hurting those who grieve? The money you spend for your fancy shoes, earned from your lies, is diluted with the tears of children, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles of those who grieve for lost loved ones. Psychic has a question for Teresa Caputo. How can you, Teresa, a mother of two, lie to a mom who grieves for her deceased child? Message to the gullible: arm yourself with common sense and stop the embarrassment. We are Psychic, and we do not lie.